Black responds to that c-pawn threat right here by going ahead and taking it with his bishop, knowing that when I take back with my knight, which I pretty much had to do, he was going to recapture with his queen. Now I'm actually down 2 pawns right now. So that mistake cost me 2 pawns. Now Black's queen is in the middle of my territory. So yeah, I'm definitely down some material here. Kind of dug myself a hole. However, Black compromised himself by doing that, because now his queen is in the middle of my territory, and it has no supporting pieces. So the queen by itself is not going to be able to do much down here. What I'm doing now is getting my bishop in more of an attacking position. This d6 square is a really good square for me, because the queen can't really get to that. The only way it can access that square is diagonally. However, since it's a bishop here, it can't really capture from one of these diagonals, because the bishop will take the queen if it puts itself on one of those diagonals. So the bishop is relatively safe here. In addition, I also maintain a tempo because now Black's f-rook is threatened, and he's going to have to move that. Which he does. He puts it on a white square. Yes, he could have moved it here to d8 and threatened my bishop. My bishop could just move to another square, and now Black's rook is running. So he just kind of gets it out of the way, and he puts it, on a center file, so good things could come of that later down the road. However, I still maintain a tempo. So what I do is move my rook to c1. Now I'm threatening his queen. His queen doesn't have a lot of moves. Really, all she can kind of do is retreat here, which she does. So now I've moved my rook again. I actually got to move my bishop and my rook and still maintain a tempo. Black's not moving he didn't move his rook or his queen to a strategic square. He just moved it to a square that would avoid capture. So by doing that, I kind of got Black's pieces out of alignment, if you will, and I continue to maintain my tempo. At this point, I've committed to a kingside attack. I'm just going to go at his king, full bore here. I dug myself a hole being down material now. I definitely don't want to play conservative. I've got to play aggressive. So I'm just going to throw my pawns at him and see what happens here. He moves his bishop up here to d7, just freeing up his back rank so he can move his rooks wherever he wants. That's also going to secure my bishop. My bishop cannot be captured now by any of his pieces. It cannot be captured at this point. It's protected on all sides by Black's pieces, and it cannot get at my bishop on any of the diagonals. I just continue moving that pawn up. Obviously, my intent is to move my queen up here at some point, get my rooks on these files here. Black now captures my a-pawn, which is inconsequential. Right now I'm going for mate. He can continue to capture little pawns along the way. It doesn't matter how much material gain, it only matters who gets the mate. So I'm happy to let him take my pawns. He's losing tempo every time he does that, because he's allowing me to continue with my attack. Now I move my queen up. Right now it doesn't look too precarious for Black. A little bit maybe, because yes, my bishop is kind of attacking close to him. Clearly my pawn and queen are bearing down on him as well, but he's got a number of pieces here to protect him, including a nice little wall of pawns here. So as of right now, it doesn't look too bad for Black. He moves his f-pawn up. Still not sure why he did this, because he knows I'm going to take that pawn with mine, which I do. Pretty much forcing him to take back. Now this was kind of a bad move, because now he's opened up a file on his king. Not a good situation for Black. So again, I think there was a blunder in that move somewhere. I move my king out of the way. Clearly I'm trying to free up this file so I can move my rook over, put him in check, and be that much closer here to a nice little mating net. Black brings up his rook. Clearly he's going to try to move his bishop out of the way, and then this rook will then be protecting along this rank. It's going to protect his h-pawn. So that's what he's going for there. Now I move my rook over to g1, put black in check. Now you can see it's a really dangerous situation for black. He moves out of the way, pretty much the only square he can go to. I'm right on tempo. This is a nice move here. You wanna try to utilize every square that you can, even when it doesn't seem intuitive. Clearly I'm putting my rook in what appears to be harm's way, but obviously black can't expose himself to check, so this pawn cannot capture that rook as long as this queen is on this file. So that's an inconvenient thing to happen for black. He now is threatening my c-rook here with his queen. That really was kind of a silly move for black. He should have tried to protect himself better. I think the game was probably lost at that point anyways. Maybe he was hoping I would continue with some sort of move up with these pieces, and then he could capture my rook, put me in check, and then kind of regain what he had lost with the bad move that he made up here. But all he really did there was just allow me to move my rook where I wanted it, which was to back up this rook, my other rook, on the g file.